All right, check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Lesson 79. Finding equivalent fractions by multiplying by 1. So, at the top we have equivalent fractions, the definitions. Equivalent fractions are different names for the same number. For example, we have 1/2. So equivalent fractions are other fractions that are equal for 1/2, like 2/4, 3/6, 4/8. You could go up 50th, 50/100ths. They're all equivalent fractions are different names for the same number. So all these numbers can be reduced to 1/2. That's what equivalent fractions are. So, for like this, we have 1/2 times 2/2. 2/2, any number by itself with the same on the top and the bottom, this is another name for 1. So 1/2 times 2/2, which is 1. So you are just going to look at this answer that they give you and say, what do I multiply 2 by to get 2? The answer is 2. I'm sorry, what do I multiply 2 by to get 4? The answer is 2. And then whatever you do on the top, you have to do on the bottom in order to make that an equivalent fraction, which is what this lesson is about. So this lesson is about focusing on that 1. Some other examples are 1/2, yes, you do have to write this, times what, that's equal to 1, will give you 3/6. Okay, so notice that both of these are equal fractions. 1/2 equals 3/6. 1/2 equals 2/4. But what are you multiplying it by to get there? So what are you multiplying 2 by to get to 6? Or what are you multiplying 1 by to get to 3? The answer is 3. So 3/3. And one more example, 1/2 times what, equivalent to 1, will give you 4/8. It's easiest to look at this. If there's a 1 on the top, look at the 1, because you know 1 times anything is going to be the other number. So 4/4. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. And that is equal to 1/2. So example 1. What name for one of these, should 3/4 be multiplied by to make 6/8? So you've got 3/4 times what, equivalent to 1, will equal 6/8. What do you multiply 3 by to get to 6? And what do you multiply 4 by to get to 8? The number is going to be the same because it's equal to 1. It's 2/2. Example 2. Write a fraction equal to 2/3 that has a denominator of 12. So we have to multiply this 3 to something to get, we'll multiply this 3 by something to get 12. And what are you multiplying 3 by to get 12? 3, 6, 9, 12, 4. So you've got to multiply, oh my goodness, I did this wrong. Sorry. You've got to multiply this by something equivalent to 1 to get to 12. The answer is 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. Then 2 times 4, because you've got to make it equal to 1, equals 8. So 8/12 equals 2/3. Example 3. Write a fraction equal to 1/3 that has a denominator of 12. So we've got 1/3, I'll do this over here, 1/3 times what equals something that has a denominator of 12. Then write a fraction equal to 1/4 that has a denominator of 12. Whoops. So this is going to be equal to 1. This is going to be equal to 1. This is equal to 1. So what do you multiply 3 by to get 12? Well, we just did that up here. It's 4/4. So 1 times 4 is 4. 3 times 4 is 12, so 4/12 equals 1/3. And then what are we multiplying 4 by to get to 12? 4, 8, 12, 3, and whatever we are doing on the top, we're doing on the bottom to make that equal to 1. So 1 times 3 is 3/12. And then it says, what is the sum of the two fractions you made? So we've got 4/12 plus 3/12. The denominator stays the same because we're adding. So 4, 5, 6, 7/12 is the answer. Example 4. Write 3/4 as a fraction with a denominator of 100. So 3/4 times what equal to 1 has a denominator of 100. And then you have to write that fraction of a percent, which is super easy because you know 100 as the denominator makes anything into the same percent. So 4 times what equals 100? Think of quarters, money, dollars. 4 quarters, which is worth 25 cents. And whatever we do to the top, we've got to do to the bottom to make that equal to 1. So 3 times 25, 75, because if you had 3 quarters, that'd be 75 cents. And write that fraction as a percent, 75%. Say, for lesson practice here, you're doing the same thing that I did up here with these ones. If you have a highlighter and you'd like to do this, I highly recommend making all these into ones so that you can remember that you're doing it by 1. So 3/4 times what fraction that's equal to 1 equals 9/12. So what times 3 equals 9? 3. And then you've got to double check it by making sure that's the same on the bottom. 4, 8, 12. Yes, that is. So this is what you do. I did one for an example, and you're going to find out what other fractions equal 1 to equal whatever they're telling you to equal. So B, 2/3 times what fraction equal to 1 equals 4/6. C, 1/3 times what fraction equal to 1 equals 4/12. D, 1/4 times what fraction equal to 1 equals 25/100. And then for these last 3, it says find the numerator that completes each equivalent fraction. So you're saying 3 times what equals 9, and then you're going to multiply the top by that to find that equivalent fraction. 3 times what equals 15? You're going to multiply the same thing by the top and the bottom. 5 times what equals 10? Multiply the same thing in the top and the bottom. So what you need to do for homework tonight is lesson practice H and I. So you can write this right here over this lesson practice line. Homework equals lesson practice H and I and 1 through 30 all. All right, and tomorrow when I check your math notebooks, I'm going to be checking these lesson practice problems to make sure that you got it right. So make sure you do them in your notes. Have a great day.